Hello, guys. This is your host, Horror Studio One, coming to you once again with the live streams. What is going on right now? I don't even know. Hello? I can't see a chat. I'm actually in a different format right now, I think, than my usual format. So that's kind of why. Hi. How's it? Fix the face cam. Yes, I did. Hi. So is this how it is now? There's like just no chat. Damn. So basically today it's a new kind of format. There is no two screens. It's just one screen. So yeah, how's everyone doing? I am great, actually. A little baffled at this new setup that we have for a YouTube live, but here we are. Thank you for loving my videos, the kins. I see all your comments right there. If you guys have your own true scary stories, send me a blank email at horrorstudio1@gmail.com to get in here, and you can talk to me. If you guys just want to send your stories to me, send it in an email to horrorstudio1@gmail.com, but make sure to put commas and periods, and yeah, we can do better from there. Hey, thank you for loving my videos. Dialseln. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. Thank you. You're here. Do you like Mr. Nightmare? Yes, I love that guy. We actually talked recently, and he was super nice as usual. So, yeah. Oh, the chat is here. The Kins, I wanted to send a story. I've just been so busy. Okay, well, take your time. I'll be doing a lot of these live streams more often. So, yeah, you guys can always send me stories eventually. So, yeah. Share it with your friends. Share this live stream with your friends because I'm going to be reading some true scary stories from viewers and also some some classic ones that I've read in the past as well. Yeah, how's Hong Kong? It's pretty good. Why is this live stream so dead? Because it just started. So I'll go share it. I'm going to go follow Instagram for my daily life. Thank you. Hey, friend, Raging Inferno. Thank you for your $2 donations. That's greatly appreciated because YouTube is getting hard to do these days. If you guys love me and you guys want to show support, donating is also a very good option. Thank you so much, Raging Inferno. Hello, friend. You are my friend, too. Do a collab with Mr. Nightmare. I do want to do a collab with Mr. Nightmare, but the guy is... Not a lot of people post videos anymore, you know? It's hard. It's hard to find people to post videos. And there's such a bigger channel. He's such a much bigger channel than me, so it's weird for me to ask. I'm just waiting for him to approach me, to be honest. Would you ever visit Philippines? Yes, I would. I would love to visit any kind of country. I visit most countries in Asia, though. I visit Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Korea. Like I've done it all. Taiwan, whatever. I just have not been to the Philippines. What's good? What's good there? What's good there? You are so amazing. Thank you, Mac. Thanks for saying that. You're amazing too. You just visited. Hey, Jason, hey, love your videos. Thank you. Love you, bro. This internet is so flippin' slow. So I'm posting the link for this on my Facebook. So hopefully we can get more viewers in here. You guys can tell viewers to come, your friends. If you have a scary story, you can send me a blank email, come in and talk to me, or just say hi, you know? Say my name. My big Never stop making videos. I will not stop making videos. Don't worry about that. All right, so let's get to your first story. Yeah. All right, it says, before I do, many comments. Damn. Okay, so I gotta focus. Kind of a horror story. Hello, horror fans. So this might not be as scary as other stories out there, but screw it. The weirdest kid in my middle school. I am a freshman year of high school, fresh out of middle school, and this is a story about the most fucked up kid in my middle school. We'll call him Carl for the story. I actually went to elementary school with him too, but he wasn't as weird. He had blondish hair, he had one eye green and one brown. It all started when I was just starting 7th grade. I was walking to a class when he walks up to me and speaks in a low, weird as hell voice and says, your voice got deeper. I said, what the fuck? Then he just walked off. And yes, my voice got very deep in 1 year. The next happening that I remember, it happened the next year. A classmate a couple lockers down told me that Carl had grabbed his ass in the locker room in the gym. I said, seriously? And he said, yes. And he said he was weird. Not long after that, Carl almost got his ass kicked because he allegedly dropped the N-bomb on another student. And while I was at PE, the principal pulled me aside and asked me if I heard him say it. I said no, but did tell him what would seem like something he would do, as he would do anything for attention, literally anything. The next experience was a few months later, where Carl and my friend were in an argument, and he said something that just twisted. He said, "You and your friend are fuck buddies, and you fuck each other," or something along those lines. The last experience was in science class with me. This kid, John, and Carl. Carl kept telling John that he was gay and that he liked him, but then he said this, "John, why don't you hop on that stripper pole over there and show us your talents?" That crossed the line, and he was reported to the school police officer and was only suspended for 3 days. Sorry if this wasn't the best story, but to the weird middle school kid, let's never meet or I'll kick your ass. Damn, bro. Carl sounds like a bitch. All right, you know what? I realize what we're missing here right now. we need some music, baby. We need some music. And of course, you know what kind of music we're going to have. The classic. The classic. The classic. Oh, it's an ad. Damn it. Come on, YouTube. Stop giving me ads. But then that's how I get paid. So there's not, I mean, I shouldn't really be complaining about ads. I should be the last one to be complaining about ads. Through ad revenue is how I get paid. Yeah, there we go. Continuation from last time. All right. No, we just started, so no one's late. All right, let me repost my let me repost this thing to my Facebook account, because my first post to my Facebook on my timeline is not showing up for some reason. I want to show it's actually working. So come on, there we go. This should be a lot better. So if you guys have your own true scary stories you would like to tell, send me a blank email at horrorstudio1 to get in here. If you guys have one you like to... It's the morning here in Hong Kong where I live, so my voice is kind of like there's some mucus and stuff in it. So because I just woke up. Hi Mac. Why are you actually the most amazing person on earth? Thanks for... Oh damn, bro. Thank you. This may be a dumb question. Have you ever been to New York? Yes, I actually have, because New York and Toronto, where I used to live, is like just a really short distance drive away. So I've been there a couple of times, actually. Do you mostly speak English, Cantonese, or Mandarin? Here, Cantonese, but English, and I'm native in English, so yes. All right, let's get to the next story. My story. The creature in my brother's woods. A little backstory. I'm female, currently 19 years old, and at the time I was 17. It was the summer before my senior year of high school. Me, my brother, and 3 of our close friends. We've all known each other since middle school. At the time, we were all getting in some mild witchcraft. Not like crazy devil worship, but crystal healings, small rituals, charm bags, etc. The night this happened, we were at my brother's house and decided to help Karma a little and hex our friend abusive ex-boyfriend. We cleansed the place, placing a Phoenix protection spell on it before going outside to do the ritual. When we started, it was maybe around 11 p.m. and still dusky out with a gentle breeze. We lit our candles and started the ritual. I could feel eyes on my back the whole time, and it was very clear whatever it was didn't want us there. In my whole life, I've never been so afraid. As we were packing up, One of my friends pointed out a figure in the small field near the house. I can't tell you what it is, but I for sure know it was not human. On a separate occasion, it was a sunny day, so I was out on the porch casting some rays when I felt eyes on me again. I brushed it off. About 10 minutes later, I felt someone yank on my hair. I was sure my bun was going to be ripped right off my head. My brother's house only has a front door that leads to the porch, so it could not have been him or any of our friends. I'm almost positive it was whatever we saw and felt that night. Since then, I don't go outside my brother's house alone. And even when I have someone else with me, I still feel it watching me. P.S. I love watching your videos. I have them playing on the background all the time because the sound of your voice reduces my anxiety. Thank you for making such amazing videos. Stay spooky. Thank you, Roxy. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Mail.com and I will narrate it for you. Hello, Lisa says, love your channel. Thank you. Love your channel, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. I can't stay watching you. You're so corny. You're so cringy. I just want stories. I know, bro. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best not to be cringy. But you gotta give me time to improve, you know? I gotta test out the cringiness, you know? Get it all out before I become not cringy, you know? Why? I watch your videos all the time. You're amazing. I'm so happy when you post a new one. I watched all of them. Thank you so much. You should do shout outs sometimes, yeah. For Elise. This song is not for Elise. It is Moonlight Sonata. Like the stories, bro. Thank you, Heavy Duty Smokes. Alright, next story. This is based on a true story in 2000. It was July 4th. My boyfriend was letting off the fireworks, but all of a sudden he dropped on the firework that he had just lit. He caught on fire from the firework then. On July 4th, 2017, 17 years later, we didn't let off fireworks since his death, but we heard a loud boom and I looked outside to see him standing there. I blinked and he was gone. I turned around and he was just standing there with a firework and a lighter. He lit the firework and threw it on the ground. It caught the house on fire, but I got out. Then, 5 days later, he was standing at my door with a bloody knife. He threw it at me, but I dodged it. I forgot that my new boyfriend was behind me, and then it hit him. Then my old boyfriend left, the one that died to the firework. I moved after he found out my new apartment, and to this day, he is still trying to kill me because I didn't try to save him. Now, this story, if you guys don't know, is the example of someone who did not put commas and periods. That's why if you notice the little pauses, I had to put them because I didn't know when this person wanted me to pause, man. Jeez. I think I sent you my Skinwalker story. I think I read it because I would never not read a Skinwalker story, you know? Rex says, love your video so much. Thank you. Kitty C says, I love your videos. Amazing. I love you. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. Yeah, does anyone else miss Lupus Creepus? I talked to him recently. He says he wants to make a comeback because I was like, hey, dude, you know, can I borrow your amazing franchise thing you got? His Will It Kill Me? I was like, can I do a video? And then on that, and then he's like, dude, I'm coming back with that. So, yeah, he might be coming back. Hey, from Puerto Rico, love your videos. Thank you. You make these stories so scary. Do you like Llama Arts? I don't know the guy, so I really have no comment on that. Okay, so I am going to go to the next story. Here's my story. Okay, so I've played with Ouija boards and junk before, but that kind of thing can be a little more subtle. Anyways, this is about the most intense spooky things that have happened to me. At the start of the summer, my family went on a ghost town road trip. We visited some sort of western ghost towns that were known for their paranormal activity. These first two locations we visited at night. The last one we stopped at during the day. And this is what happened. The first location we visited was Skinwalker Ranch. Our family was driving here for a bit, and my sister and I kept thinking we saw weird shapes and things along the way. Eventually, we stopped because we didn't want to enter the private property at this hour. Where we stopped at, the road on the private property was marked by some short cement dividers on the sides of the roads. We stopped to take a break and look around. So my parents got out of our car and took the puppy with him so he could stretch his legs. My sister and I were spooked, but we stayed inside the car for safety. Nothing much happened while until the puppy started staring at something beyond this dividers. Keep in mind, this was a puppy, very high energy and quite easily distracted. For him to stay staring at something without moving for so long was not a regular occurrence. After he stared for a while, he out of the blue turned and bolted towards my mother's feet, then straight under the car. This is when my family decided to go back to our hotel for the night. We collected the puppy and left. I forget the name of this next ghost town, but it was kind of the same thing, where my family paused to get out at a certain point along the road, except for my sister and I. Nothing really happened for a bit, and so eventually everyone got back inside the car except for my father. He wasn't done looking around just yet, so he stayed for a while. From my perspective, I was just waiting and watching my dad to make sure nothing crazy happened and everything was normal, until he looked around a little quickly, then hurried inside and hopped in the car and we left. As we drove away, he told us what had happened. He had been standing outside the car when he heard something moving slowly in the bush to his side. He kept his guard up, and he didn't think much of it until he heard more movement of a strange sort, more to his front, so like it was moving around him. The footsteps that he heard sounded strangely somewhere between human and animal. This is when he undid the button that kept his BB gun in his holster. When he heard more movements around and such, he drew the gun and cocked it. He didn't like to shoot anything living, but if it was going to attack, he wanted to be prepared. When the noises proceeded to move around to the back of him, he decided it was best to put his gun away, get in the car, and go. My dad is a very strong and skilled dude, but if whatever he heard was still making its way to his unguarded back, when he clearly had a weapon out and was ready, was surely a red flag. We went back to our motel, still seeing weird things in the dark that must have been our imaginations, and that was the end of that story. The place was the dreaded Osiris, and this was certainly the scariest. Osiris is a place known for its hooded figures and cultists trapping people in the town at night, and its history of people disappearing from the town after our family moved in and built their famous creamery. This being said, I was quite nervous about the place, but would be visiting during the daytime, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. When we parked, the whole family got out this time to look. On one side of the road lies a creamery, now a private property and therefore protected by a barbed wire fence. Strangely, the gate was left open, but that didn't really cause any issues. It was just odd. On the other side of the road was what remained of a small house. Nothing but a broken frame was left. The rest of it collapsed. Anyways, when the family got out of the car, my sister and my mom moved to the front of the car to look at the creamery. My father and I moved around to the back to look at the creamery as well. As I was staring fixedly at the old building, taking everything in, I could have sworn that my dad was right behind me. I clearly felt his presence, and I told him something. He was nowhere to be found. This confused me, as I thought for sure that he was right behind me. I moved to where my mom and sister were and asked them if they knew where my dad had went, but they had no idea. As we looked around, I couldn't help but think about the stories of people disappearing at this location, and I started to freak out a bit. Luckily, though, we soon saw my dad walking back across the street. Apparently, he had been checking out the old skeleton of a house across the road. After he remained a while to take some pictures, we took our leave, and in the car, my dad told us his side of the story. He had gone across the streets to look at the house and check things out, but after doing so for a little while, he heard a footstep behind me and what sounded like the jingling of a door and sounded like the jingling of a dog collar. The whole time, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. After some time, I think he heard a whisper or something. I don't exactly remember. But at some point, he got uncomfortable and came back to us at the cemetery. The especially strange thing about this, though, is that when he went to look at the house, he had gone immediately after walking to the back of the car with me. I still felt someone behind me and saw their movement out of the corner of my eye quite some time after he had left me. So, who? Who was behind me? The whole time we were there, we all had a spooky feeling, and this whole place felt much darker than all the other places we visited. So this was super creepy. Thank you for your time. I feel like your dad always gets in shit. Your dad, it's always your dad, isn't it? I think your dad has some problems. Purple Dragonfly, hey, thanks for joining. Man, I see some comments about asking me about Mandarin. Hey, please, can you clarify something? At the nail salon, when they say the N word, oh, does that mean something different in Mandarin? Yeah, it does mean something different. So, the N word is, right? But in Chinese, Naga, it means that one. So in Mandarin, when someone says Naga, it kind of means like that or this, but it also kind of sounds like the N word. So just to clarify for you people who are confused with Chinese, that is, yeah. So Naga, it's not. They're not being racist here. No, it just means that or this in Chinese. Hey Rebecca, hi. Do you know Darkness Prevails? Yes, I've talked to him a couple of times as well. How do I send a story if I have one? Send me your story to my email at horrorstudio1@gmail.com and put commas and periods in it, please. Hi, Ethan. Kenzie, I do remember you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, do you read everything we send or some stories left out? The one without commas and periods are left out. Yeah, because I hate those. It's so hard to read them. Come on, guys. All right, next story. So let's do a let's not meet because we've been doing some ghost stories for a while now. This is a true story that happened to me many years ago. I used to love going to the circus when I was younger, but do not go very often now because the greasy food makes me sick and the entertainment has really declined in quality. Also, my younger cousin who lives with me is deathly afraid of clowns, but I will spare you on the details of that because it really isn't important to this story. I was around 6 or 7 years old when this happened. I can remember that because my elementary school used to give out free tickets to the circus, and my family wouldn't have been able to afford to go without them. It was me, my twin sister, and my older sister. I remember very little about what happened at that specific circus, but I am pretty sure I enjoyed it because the circus used to be one of my favorite places to go as a kid. Based on my lack of memory of the actual circus, I am pretty sure nothing out of the ordinary happened until it was over. As we were leaving the circus, my older sister was approached by this older guy, probably in his 40s. I remember little about his face. My memory recalling him as being angry and terrifying. Exactly. He kind of was like a monster a young kid would remember. I do remember him having a broken leg and being on crutches. This is a very important detail for you to remember. He began to talk to my older sister about me and my twin, and she instantly began to feel as if something was wrong. I remember her holding me in tighter, instantly growing protective of us. You see, my mom used to work late into the night, so my older sister was practically our guardian, and we were like her own kids. The man began talking to her like my parents would talk to each other, and later in life, when I came to understand such things, I would determine he was flirting with her. You see, my older sister was around 25 at the time, but the women in our family tend to look very young. She probably looked like she was still in high school. I myself am in college, but I'm still being asked what elementary school I go to. Anyways, my older sister grew more and more uncomfortable. She gradually was able to sneak us away. After we could no longer see the man in the crowd, she looked at us sternly and said it was time to go. We protested, of course, but I'm pretty sure I started to whine because she didn't buy me the cotton candy she promised. Once we got into the parking lot, the night was very quiet, and there were very few people outside. Probably because most of them were at the circus still. After walking for some time, my older sister started to glance over her shoulder nervously and started to swear. I looked behind us to see the same man as before, hobbling a few hundred feet away. But he didn't have his crutches. He seemed to be following us, and I felt my older sister's grip tight. He told us as soon as she said, we do need to start running for the car as fast as possible, and that we should not look behind us. I looked behind us, always being the little curious kid that I was, and I kid you not, the man started to run and then broke into a sprint coming right for us. I was only a small kid, and even though I ran as fast as I could, my older sister, who used to be a soccer star, was dragging me to the car. When we made it, my twin and I jumped inside, no questions needed. My older sister slammed her keys into the ignition. I kept looking behind us for the man, but he was nowhere in sight. Deep down, I had a sinking feeling. He was going to rip us from the car and try to take us. Luckily, we were able to leave, and my sister pulled us out of the lot as fast as we could. Later on in life, when I was older, my older sister knew what to do in this situation. If we had not left when we did, the man might have caught me and my sister when we were separated later. Even though I'm so lucky that I escaped that incident 19 years ago, every once in a while, when the circus comes to town, questions always enter my head, one more pounding than the rest. Because that man did not catch me and my sisters. Did he try again? Did the man go back into the building full of children and try again? It was very obvious he did not need the leg brace. So why was this sick psycho carrying around fake crutches in a circus? Was this psycho really on the prowl for children, or was he just a crazy drunk trying to scare us? I guess I should call myself fortunate that I don't have to answer to any of these questions. I guess I am fortunate. I never had to find out what he really wanted to do to me. So, I guess in the form of the ever popular Reddit way of doing things, not so crippled guy from the circus. Let's not meet again. That was a good one. That was a good one, guys. Sometimes I don't even care if they're real or not. I don't know. Circus, does it still exist? I don't even know. Hi, guys. Thanks, Kitty. I love your voice, too. Thanks, Kitty. Oh, Kitty, yeah. How long have you been on YouTube? I've been on it for 3 years now. 2015, May 2015, so 3 years and 3 months. I was so happy to get a notification 2 days ago. Yeah. Coming back with these, even though it's like a sunny environment. Hopefully it's still kind of scary. I don't know. Love your videos. Thank you, Minecraft. Thank you, Ethan. You the best. It's nighttime. Yeah, mostly it's nighttime over there. I know people that watch, but it's morning here. It's afternoon, actually. It's lunchtime, so. How long have you been on? Am I trying to send a story? I've been on, I think, 30 minutes? 30-something minutes. So yeah, definitely send a story with comma periods. And yeah, it'll really help me out. Because I need more stories. I'm in Asia right now, so hence, the time difference. Do you know the creeps work? I don't know what that is. One thing, guys, I gotta stretch my leg. I'm getting a cramp. I'm starting to get like my legs falling asleep, and also I gotta close this thing. Let's do bad in the background. That's better. Okay, my leg's better now. Yeah, Bigfoot stories would be nice. Do you have any? It's hard finding them, dude. Like, it's not like they're just everywhere, Yeah, I want to live in Asia permanently. Why are you so amazing? Thanks, I'm not amazing. But thanks for the compliment. This is a long one. This one is a story sent by a fan of me and also of B Busta as well. So there is a chance that B Busta has covered this story. So if that's the case, then just bear with me. I don't know if he has. What kind of horrors do you like the most? Horror, not horrors. Horror. I like any kind of horror actually. I like stuff in the forest. That's crazy. I like that stuff. But not Logan Paul in the forest. Not like that kind of stuff. But like just scary stories, you know. Hi. I thought I'd share the most creepy ghost stories I've ever had in my life, and I have people who can confirm them, both homeowner and my mother, which experienced it once with me. Haunted House, Part 1. My mother and her friend had decided and was going in a hurry to the middle of the country. They just told me it was to help her friend get away for a while. I was to stay with the mother of her friend at her house for 3 weeks, attend school, and later join them when they were when they were where they were when summer vacation arrived. I agreed, thinking it would be awesome. The mother of her friend is basically a teenager in a 60-year-old's body, full of action, life, and mischief. Sort of like a motherly, but very still fun and blunt aunt. We had a blast together, driving around joking, her pampering me with whatever I wanted to eat at the store, and getting a lift home every day from school and my friends' houses. At the end of me staying at her house, it even went as far as us going to the gas station at 12 a.m. by foot to get candy, soda, and a movie, which we both fell asleep during. She only sleeps for three hours a night, so she can get her full sleep then and there. I walked groggy to her bed and fell asleep again. I was staying in her bedroom while she slept on the couch in the living room. She just prefers to sleep there, and I cannot understand why. A bed is so much more comfortable. One morning, I was waking up in her bedroom, the kind of waking up you do after a long sleep, well rested. I heard slow, heavy footsteps coming up the stairs from the lower part of the house. Took a long time coming up the steps, but it was footsteps up the stairs, down the hall, the door to the bedroom opening. So I sat up and said good morning to her, cheerful and awake. There was no one standing in the open door. I said, "Hello, is anyone there?" No reply. I sat there for a good few minutes, frozen in place, not sure what was going on. Chills going down my spine. Finally, I gathered some courage to start moving again. Got dressed quickly and peeked out the open door. No one was there. I walked slowly down the hallway to the living room, looking all around me. As I entered the living room, I saw her asleep on the couch, woke her fast, and asked if she had just been there in the bedroom. Her reply sent 1,000 chills down my spine. She had been asleep for 2.5 hours, checking her watch before confirming yes, that was about right. I told her what I heard and seen, or rather not seen. She calmed me down, told me it was just something I imagined, and the door was open when she went into the living room, where she fell asleep shortly after. I doubted it, but then again, I doubted I was fully awake. Tend to be very groggy and waking up anyways. We went to spend a day full of activities, and I almost forgot the whole thing. Haunted House, Part 2. My mother and I called up by my mother of her friend. They had left in a hurry for the middle of the country, where we all used to go. My mom's friend even got a place there, around 2 years after they had gone the first time. Her mother was calling to ask if we could enter the house and empty their fridge, since they would be gone long, and the food would spoil. Take what we wanted, toss the rest, you know? Also, check that the place was as they left it. All doors and windows should be closed, every door leading out locked and alarmed on. My mom agreed and asked me to join her, which I regret agreeing to after. We drove there. It was dark already outside as we got out of the car, found the key after looking for a few minutes, unlocked the door, and entered. Mom rushed to the alarm to turn off the wailing before the alarm company was alerted. After it had been turned off, we went straight for the fridge. My mom and I would not like to stay any longer than we had to. It was in the evening, dark inside and outside. Only the kitchen and hallway lights on. We felt watched and uneasy in the empty house. My now forgotten memories of that morning coming back to me. As we were emptying the fridge, it started going full blast, making a sound like an overheating laptop, working overtime to cool down, but even more high pitched. We both turned to each other at the same time to check we both heard right. He had never done that before, and we had spent a lot of time in that house with her friend and mother. The fear was clear on our faces as we realized, and it happened. We did hear it. At that very moment, threw what we had in our hands back into the fridge and slammed it shut. I rushed for the door as my mom set the alarm quickly and followed. We locked and drove away like we had the devil himself after us, both scared and questioning what the hell that was. The next day, Mom had talked with the mother of her friend, the homeowner, about what had happened, refusing to go back there. After some talking, she had convinced my mother to go back, empty the fridge, so the things in there would not be rotten and stink by the time they got back. To please go through and check the house. Could have been intruders. To call the police if that was the case. If not, to not worry about it. My mom had hesitantly agreed and wanted me to join her, which I refused. She went back, now during the daytime, and did as she was asked. Later, when she got back, she was pale and a bit shaky. I asked what had happened. Did she empty the fridge? Did she find anything when searching the house? She told me she had cleared the fridge, but was spooked by the house check. The homeowner had told her everything was closed, yet when she checked, nearly every door inside the home was open, apart from one or two. She didn't understand how. The alarm had been on since her friend and her mother had left. Only she had the key for the front door and password for the alarm. The old house is rigged with motion detectors in the corners. Every door and window to the outside has alarms as well. Now I understood why she was so shaken. I felt the same way. Later, after about 18 months, I find out what the homeowner had not told me. She was worried I would be scared and refused to stay there, which I probably would have. Her husband had passed away long ago, but she could still feel him there. She had no issues with it, knowing it was him. It was more comforting than scary to her. She told me how he would come back every time he disliked what was going on under his roof, but would leave once it was fixed, and that the house was clean, with incense of burning sage, in every corner by a psychic and shaman. Holy crap! I relived and got goosebumps writing this. Still kind of shaky. Does not help that you read it right. It's 5 a.m. right here now. Not sure if I'm able to fall asleep now. Hope you enjoy reading this and can find some use for it. Let me know if you use it in a video. Have a great day. All right, so I'll reply. I used it. I'm gonna write that right now. I used it in a live stream. Sorry for being so late with using it because this story was sent to me a long time ago. Oh my god. The story was sent to me in 2017. Yeah, that's not good. I'm really bad with getting back to people. And then it was actually sent to B Busta in 2015. So 2015, 2000. Oh, that was like 3 years ago. Damn. Sorry. Okay. I just got a message that somebody wants to be in my live stream. The thing is, because we're doing a new format today called webcam, I'm not sure if I can get people in here. So I'm going to send the link to the person or whoever sent to me. Check your email. I sent the link, but see if you're able to get in. I'm pretty sure you're not because of this new format for today. And I'll probably switch back to the old format because of that, but see if you can actually come in and tell your story. Hopefully you can, but I'm not really sure. Who disliked this masterpiece? Did someone dislike this video? I was expecting more than one dislike. Is it still live? Yes, it is still live. Is your voice regularly like this, or have you changed it? I think when I narrate, I kind of change it. So, yeah, that's a thing. Watching from Ireland. Thank you for watching. I'm getting a lot of stories. I got everyone's stories, I think. Yeah, so I got a reply. The person wasn't able to use it Yeah, so I think this format sucks because I'm trying the new YouTube live camera thing, and it's supposedly like this new thing they're trying to push. But if you can't get people in here, then there's no point. Granted, not a lot of people come in here anymore, but I still want the option for that if you guys do decide to want exactly like this. So I'm sorry for not being able to come in here. Next time, next stream, I'll use the old format, and you'll probably be able to come in here. Hi, Brian. What's up? Hey, Eliana. Hey, how's it going? No, it's not certain devices. I'm pretty sure it's just the format that I'm using today. Uh, but I'll switch it back after, so it's all good. Oh yeah, dude. It says here, Max, like I have a bunch of creepy stories about me in the woods. Yo, please send me some. I love those so much. Will you try to do more paranormal stories? Yeah, I mean, the feedback is people like the Let's Not Meet stories more, but I always stick to the paranormal ones once in a while, you know? I think the one being uploaded, oh yeah, the one, no, it was flatmate stories today, so it wasn't that. So, hi, Ethan. How's it going? All right. I have a bunch of long stories that I want to do. Yeah, you like, yeah, I like more woods stories too. So I have a story here, and I'm gonna have to show you guys a photo of it later because it's a real ghost photo, but I can't show it to you guys through this, so I'm probably have to use my phone or something. Real ghost photo. Hey, Horror Studio One. Thanks for reading my convicted high school coach story during your live stream a while back. I have a new story for you, except this is a whole lot creepier. I have a real ghost photo for you to take a look at and share if you'd like. The photo was taken on a cell phone on a monitor screen to a security. Put the photo on my phone and then showed it to you guys as I was narrating it. Am I just so smart? I'm just so flippin' smart. Yeah, that's a good idea, right? Do you like ghost stories more than Let's Not Meet? I actually like. I mean, I like the ambience of ghost stories because that's actually what I really got into this game for was the ghost stories, right? But the Let's Not Meet genre is just too strong. You can't ignore it, dude. You cannot not do it if you want people to watch you. So I mean, there's not bad. Some Let's Not Meet stories are really good. Actually, the one I want to narrate today is a classic Let's Not Meet stories I read a while back, and I actually did a live performance of this story, this very story, a very long time ago in front of a crowd. And I want to do it again because I was like, damn, like it feels so good to narrate in front of a crowd, and this story was perfect for it. I want to do it right now. Uh, not now, but like in this stream before the stream ends today. So for sure, some Let's Not Me stories can be really freaking good too. All right, I'm trying to find that ghost photo so I can show you guys. I found it. I'm opening it right now, actually. Ooh, that does look kind of creepy. You guys can see this. This is the photo. Sorry for my cracked phone screen. Hey, that's something else you should not know about. All right, let's disconnect the internet before we get any more of those notifications. It's a dating app. All right. So it doesn't work though. I'm telling you, it's a shitty dating app. Anyways, let's get back to the story. So ghost photo, okay? My dad is a car salesman for a car dealership. Tons of cars for sale are on display at the dealership. Mar Island is a naval shipyard that dates back to the mid 1800s. Here, there are a variety of warehouses that are still in use, as well as the creepy abandoned ones. It's quite a spooky place to be at nighttime, and people are known to go urban exploring. using the abandoned warehouses for photo shoots and ghost hunting. I have hardly done any research on the shipyard, but if you Google Mare Island hauntings, you'll see that is listed as the top 5 most haunted places in the Bay Area. There are even episodes of YouTube of ghost hunting shows that have gone to explore Mare Island. Anyways, from time to time, my dad has to go to the warehouse to pick up a car that someone has purchased. He is friendly with the shit. He is friendly with the security guards on site, and they chat for a while every time he stops by. The place is monitored 24/7. There's actually one security guard there that has a night shift and tends to see him in the early mornings. He always tells my dad about creepy things that happen there at night, like flickering lights and loud bangs. Basically, the typical stories you hear from a graveyard shift security guard. One day, the warehouse upgraded their security cameras. Sitting around one night, the security guard was testing out the new equipment, moving camera angles around and playing back recorded footage. As he was looking at different monitors, he saw this image and froze. A white figure of a woman staring back at him. He paused and took a picture of it on his cell phone and sent it to all the guys that never believed his laughable stories. Let's just say they no longer make fun of him anymore. My dad showed me the image about a week after this happened, and as far as I know, the recorded footage is long gone. After this was 2 years ago now. I cringed. I thought this actual videos footage simply being lost. At least there's a legitimate photo that survived. I recently found my old phone in my dresser and decided to charge it and go through the old photos. What a find. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Thanks for the reading, Stephanie. Alright, so this is what the that's creepy. This is, oh my god, I just got a chill right there. Look. So this is what the photo, I'm guessing this thing right here. Look, you guys should look at the screen right now. This thing right here is the fucking ghost. Yo, it's fucking creepy, bro. I didn't even see that. You guys see that? Holy shit. You see that? Holy fuck. That's so scary. It kind of looks Photoshop a little bit, but holy shit. I don't know. Holy flip. I just saw that. I was just looking at all of it. I was like, what is so scary about this film? But that's fucking creepy, bro. Oh, wait. Stop going off. Yeah, so you guys can't sleep tonight. Haha. Good thing it's morning for me, bro. That's so scary. Okay, I gotta get this shit off my phone, dude. Ah! I gotta delete it. How did I? Yo, it's so creepy. Clear as day. Man, I got shit. That's so fucking scary, dude. Yo, I'm gonna reply to that. That was a couple months ago, too. I feel so bad. Or like a year ago. Thanks. Thanks. Any updates? It's been 1 year. I'm so bad at getting back to people. My boy, getting it back with the live streams. All right, so how are you guys liking this music? Is it? I feel like maybe we'll switch to something else. Scary music. I never used this music before. Not the feel I usually go for, but okay. Let's go to the story I wanted to narrate for a long time. A classic story I've done live. And if you guys have listened to it before, feel free to listen to it again because it is one of my favorite stories I've ever read on this channel. Let me get into character. Don't follow vultures. When I was younger, about 10 years ago, I got into bird watching. I was about 12 years old, so it wasn't really official by any means. I was just some kid that liked to sneak up on birds, take pictures, and look them up in books. I decided to start this hobby by making a list with pictures I had printed from the library of native birds in my region. Every weekend, I wander around the neighborhood in search of new birds. With the new ponds and large creek in the area, I found quite a few within my first few weeks. However, there was one bird I had set as my sort of white whale due to its rarity in the area, the black vulture. We have tons of turkey vultures in my area. They are most common, but very much fewer black vultures. They're a bit hard to tell the difference if they're flying too high. The best was to determine which vulture it is has to do with how much gray white is on their wings. If they got closer, you can eventually make out the red head of turkey vulture, as I often did, disappointingly. Unfortunately, I can't remember the exact date or what month it was, I believe. It was sometime in the fall, however. But one weekend, I decided to spend the next 2 days searching high and low for the black vulture. I went climbing over the small wire fencing around a nearby brushy area, as per usual, and searched. Usually, you had the best luck finding scavenger birds on roadkill beside the road, and there so happened to be a small two-lane winder that mirrored the creek nearby, just through the foliage. So I cut across a sort of mini forest, headed in that direction. As much as it made me sad to see a dead deer or possum, it was a common sight on this road, as both sides are open, with trees and undergrowth almost choking it. There are some parts of the road that almost become a sort of tunnel due to the leaves intertwining above. It was incredibly easy for a deer or some other animal to jump out in front of a car in the dark without neither party realizing until it was too late. I didn't have much luck. There were a few crows on the smear of a squirrel, and I saw a few ducks swimming in the creek besides me, but nothing big. It started getting late, but the sun was still up, and despite the dangers of walking down a forest road in the dark, I was determined to stay out as long as possible. I decided to reach a small park area at the end of the road, and then I made my way back. I went under a small tunnel of leaves and came out the other side, and was delighted to see the familiar shape of a large bird in the sky circling. It was just the right shape and size to be a vulture, but I had no hope of checking for the grayness of its feathers, as the sunlight was limited. Instead, I was stuck following it as it slowly began to sink lower. After about 10 minutes or so, it landed, and I carefully snuck forward, cautiously avoiding anything that could alert the bird of my presence. I sunk low to the ground, realizing that the bird had landed in a small clearing at the far end of a park. There was just a small open field, slightly tilted down a hill, with a parking lot on the top. I had been there before, as it was a fun spot for kids to roll down the hill because of how steep it was. I approached it from the bottom, excitement brimming, when I heard several squawks and shrieks of other birds. Black vultures are more aggressive than turkeys, and I was hoping to catch a spat. I got to the edge of the clearing and pulled up my binoculars. Two things kind of hit me at once here. One, I found it odd that they were in the middle of the park, rather than closer to the road, where you assumed you'd find roadkill. Though I reasoned things could die anywhere, even in the middle of a park. However, secondly, it smelled awful. The scent was rather light, but I've been known to have a really sensitive nose, and just this sharp, coppery scent, like when you pull raw ground meat out of a bag. I had smelled roadkill before, and in the heat of the day, it smelled bad, but nothing like this. When I put my binoculars to my eyes, I expected a dead corpse of a deer and birds fighting it. Never in a million years thought I would see a corpse of a completely different kind. The birds were there, and I remember the faint pang of excitement I still had, recognizing the proud head of a black vulture. before the image of it sitting on the chest of a naked woman sucked the life out of me. I was frozen, and I could not look away. My throat tightened with vomit, and I could not look away. The birds had done surprisingly little to her body. She had what I think were cuts, but most of her was intact. What wasn't? The birds were at. Her eyes, lips, and genitals were red and shredded. If there was a big defining wound, I missed it, between the gathering of birds and the fading light. But what I can see, I can never forget. I have not forgotten. I can pull up the image so clearly now. Even after all this time, she was pale, almost blue in places, with blonde, crinkled hair. I sat there stupidly for who knows how long, as the sun sunk beneath the trees. This was a time before cell phones were a common thing, and I had quite the hike back home. I realized now I was in shock, and I could only move when the sudden fear that whoever did this could be nearby hit me. I forced myself to slowly waddle backwards into the trees, not taking my eyes off of the body. I didn't want to turn around for some reason. I was so scared someone would be behind me. I thought it would just back up forever. Maybe nothing would happen. It was dusk, and suddenly there was light, high beams. From the top of the hill, a single pair. I heard the screech of tires as the car wheeled out, and listened to it veer off to the left and away down the road opposite in the direction I was headed. That was the last straw, and I ran the entire way back the second. I could no longer hear it. I crashed through at least a mile of brush, and while I was smart enough to have boots and thick jeans on, my arms were bare and bleeding by the time I stopped. I paused midway through crawling my way through people's yards to get home, avoiding all passing cars. The horror did not completely end there, as I was home alone until past midnight, as my mother worked late at a diner nearby. It's stupid, and I regret to this day, but no, I did not call the police instantly, nor my mom. I was stupidly afraid that if I did, my mom would get mad at me. I would never be allowed to go outside again, or worse, that they wouldn't believe me for some reason. I locked all the doors, double checked, took a quick shower, and locked myself in my room. I had fallen asleep. Somehow, by the time my mom came home, I confronted her in the morning, watching. I tried my best to find an article or news somewhere about this, but I failed in finding anything. It probably doesn't help that I can't remember the exact date. I have a lot of time from age 12 to 14 missing for some reason, which I can't begin to explain. There are a few things I can remember so well, but this being one of them, a big one. I've never shared the story with anyone outside my own family, but I thought it might fit here, and I apologize if not. It was sort of therapeutic, I think, writing this out after so long. I'm going to keep trying to find something to verify this, and I'll update ASAP if I can. What do you guys think of that story? Like, it's just, I don't know. Comment on what you guys think of that story. Like, it's just, that's my favorite story. All right, so we have a little bit more time. I was gonna narrate a couple more, but I think time is almost up. I'll do a little bit of Q&A with you guys, and then next time get back on. I promise next time, if you guys want to come in, you guys will have the opportunity to come in. So yeah, Katie, Katie, hello, notice me. Hey, how's it going? Hi, hey, that's Jessica. Hey, how's it going? So we'll do a Q&A. If you have any questions you want to ask me, love you, thank you for loving. Eliana. Let me just do an Instagram story of myself doing this. If you guys don't have me on Instagram or haven't been following me on Instagram, go to my Instagram and follow. You can see my daily life, daily stories that I do. I do a lot of stories. I don't post a lot of photos, but I do a lot of stories. I keep one at least every day. Jessica says, thank you for your hard work. I can't listen long. Appreciate your hard work. Thank you. What's your next video about? The one for tomorrow is about dead corpses, I think. Yeah. you guys think about that? Dead corpses, right? Always good. Always good. Let me do a story. YouTube live. Okay, I'm posting my YouTube. So I post the YouTube live. For you, and where do you 5? And I live in Asia right now. Why do you like scary stories so much? Why do you like scary stories so much? Dude. Are you to be doing Home Alone stories? Yes, I wish to do that very soon. If you didn't have a channel, what would you be doing, or what job would you have? Damn, that's a hard one. If I never started YouTube, I'd probably be working at a bank or something. Either a bank customer service somewhere, like taking phone calls, or like a salesman, probably selling houses or cars or something. Yeah, I think I'll be doing something like that. Like, no offense. No, those are perfectly great jobs. I'm just saying, like, I'd rather be doing this though, you know. Are you gonna do Home Alone stories? Yeah, I can't really find a lot. Well, I like this music. I never. Who is this guy? Nature music and relaxing videos, but it's just horror music. So, yeah, it's pretty good though. What's your next destination? I don't want to travel. Hey Tina, I don't want to travel anymore, man. I want to stay here for a little while longer. Max says your videos are so amazing. And I have a question. How many stories would you read if I sent in a couple? I read all of them probably. That's just, yeah, probably. You like nachos? No, I don't. Was that disappointing? Did you ever come to Ireland? No, I have not, but I wish to one day. Hey, one quick question. How big is your pee-pee? You mean my penis? You want to see? All right. Can you make a video about playground stories? Yeah. Have I not? I think I have, bro. I think I have. I have. I think I have done that before. Oh, sorry, guys. I'll tell you guys more about my scary stories, my scary experiences. Uh, because I need them for my videos. So if you do have them, don't hesitate to send them. Please do. Thank you so much. Oh my god, this I'm gonna turn this shit off. Okay, bye guys. I'm gonna get going. It's been a while. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next stream, hopefully in the next 2 days. Sometime. I don't know. I love you. Thank you, Tiffany, for the love. I love you. Oh, all right. All right. Love, love, love. Bye. Peace and love. Take care. Bye.